Good morning.
Morning, everyone.
How's it going, Nicole?
It's good. How are you? Oh, my camera was crooked.
All right, I can't hear you now. I got you. I think I can hear you now.
Sweet. You guys got to tell me if you can hear me. Sorry, my camera just fell.
Uh-oh.
We're good.
Things up here. There we go. How's everyone doing?
Hey. Morning, everyone.
It is Tuesday, 11 o'clock on October the 8th. City Council Day, Nicole.
It is. It's always an exciting time, and like I like to see that people will come to City Council after they watch our show.
Yeah, it's fun. Or watch
Shout out. Or watch it live.
Yeah.
I mean, we can see when you guys are tuning in from Facebook. It's pretty cool.
We watch everything, don't we?
Yes. Well, I don't want it to sound creepy, but like we do watch everything that happens on our at least our Facebook page.
I like to see what's going on. All right, you ready to get started, Nicole?
Let's do it.
All right, let's rock and roll. All right, I think you did this slide last week, so I'm going to do it.
I will let you do it. You got it.
Okay, perfect. So resources, we have weatherfordtx.gov. That is our hub, our main internet hub, if you will. That's where you can access all city business, street projects. You can see things such as old council meetings. You can watch council meetings live, and not just council meetings, but all boards and commissions are broadcast live. Then we have our tourism website, experienceweatherford.com. You can add events and your business as long as you're within the city limits on that website. So you can also book hotel rooms. And then we have our economic development website, chooseweatherford.com. And then last but not least, heritagesquareweatherford.com regarding the downtown project. So we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Nextdoor. We're everywhere, Nicole.
Yeah, and while we're on the topic of Nextdoor, sorry, I muted myself because I'm still editing the actual post that we're on for the live. But while we're on the topic of Nextdoor, if you don't know, cities, we can't interact like we can on the Facebook page with Nextdoor. We're listed as an agency. So make sure if you're on Nextdoor that you are registered in the correct address or neighborhood. Yep. So that way when we push out like water interruptions or street interruptions and stuff, sometimes we don't send that as out citywide if it's just a small area or a neighborhood. Sometimes I send to neighboring neighborhoods. It kind of just depends on the scale of the project. So make sure that you are following us as an agency and that you are registered under the correct neighborhoods. That way you get those updates. I mean, not that we don't post them on Facebook, but it goes directly into your email or text or however you have set up on your side on Nextdoor. So, yeah.
Perfect. All right. You got it, Nicole?
Which one? It's frozen. It's frozen on my side.
Is it frozen on your side? Yeah, I'm losing connection with you. Technical difficulties. What's up with that? You there, Nicole?
You have that one.
Okay. Next week's show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Next week. We will be at an emergency preparedness drill next week. So we will not have a live show next week. So no show next week because we will be doing or participating in an emergency preparedness drill. So just be aware that we will not be live next Tuesday, which is the 5th or the 15th, excuse me, October 15th, no live show, but we'll be back the following week. So that's just a little housekeeping item or slide there. So you all are aware of what's going on if you don't see us next week.
Yep.
All right.
Also, fun. So if you guys haven't seen it already, because I figured we'd do something fun really quick before we dove into business. If you guys haven't seen it, if you go ahead and in the comments, you do the hashtag Hocus Pocus. So just like you see it under where it says witch test, just put that. It'll either post your hashtag or it'll rank you as like a witch, a head witch, or a grand high witch. And it's not like something super city specific, but we thought we'd do something a little fun and interactive. So if you guys want to see if you're a witch or not, go ahead and do the hashtag.
Here's my reaction to that.
Guys, I think that means that Blake's afraid to reveal what level he might come out as.
So you're telling me that if I put hashtag Hocus Pocus, it will tell me what level of witch I am? Now, what if, and it could also just put in the hashtag.
It could just put the hashtag, so it could rank you as not a witch at all. So here's the thing. I actually was on a group last night, and it just posted mine as the hashtag, so I didn't get ranked. But these screenshots are actually from 2 or 3 separate groups I'm in. Like, like there's the boutiques and the volunteer networking groups. There's 2 or 3 groups that were doing it last night, and people were legitimately videoing, like screen recording. They're doing the hashtag and then it popping up as that. And it's not actually a still graphic. So like the sparkles and stuff kind of move around on it. So if you guys want to take a try at that, go ahead. We'd love to see what everyone comes out as. Again, like I said, it's not super city specific, but I thought it'd be kind of fun and interactive.
Yeah, that's cool.
If everyone wanted to jump in on that.
Maybe we could do that hashtag all of October on our posts.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, because I don't know specifically. I don't know specifically like how long they're going to run it for, but I know they had it up last night and I know they had it up this morning.
So does it work?
It'd be interesting.
Okay, I see that some of our viewers are putting hashtag Hocus Pocus. Heath German put Blake, not a witch, a prince. It's not a prince. Is that like Aladdin? Am I like Aladdin? I don't know. That was funny.
You totally just jumped to Aladdin, but go for it. Hey, I mean, it was one of those things that like I didn't know if it was fully real. And I know that I have other friends who run social media accounts. So they actually did like the screen recordings and posted it to prove that like if they were ranked a witch or not. And a couple of them actually caught like it changing from the hashtag to the bar. I just didn't have time to get that video from them. I don't know. I thought it'd be something fun and interactive before we dove into business.
Yeah. Have a little fun today. All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Get caught up here. All right. We have the My Weatherford app. We talk about this each week. You can actually pay your bill. You can access all of our social media channels that we're on. That includes department social media channels as well, not just our City of Weatherford pages. You can actually go in, look at pets that are available for adoption, all kinds of things. Justin put, I want my money back. I guess he's not a witch, Nicole.
Oh, sad day.
So you can do
wait, pause. Melissa just asked a question. Instead of doing your hashtag, like you actually have to post it. So you actually, like you did, if Melissa, where it says, like where it shows that you did the hashtag, it would just replace your hashtag with that bar.
So you have to do your own individual
You
post.
actually have to do, no, not post. You have to actually post your comment. So you actually have to do the hashtag Hocus Pocus and then comment it and let it comment. And then it'll tell you whether you're a witch or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that clarification.
You're welcome. Sorry. Keep going. My Weatherford.
Okay. And the last thing I was going to mention about the My Weatherford app is you can actually submit a service request. So if there's a pothole or there's a down limb, you can submit a request and it goes to the appropriate department. And typically our departments respond within a day or two. So they're pretty quick depending on the level of the request. Sometimes obviously things take a little bit longer. So check it out, download the app, it's free as well. And then of course we have the Experience Weatherford app. This is in conjunction with experienceweatherford.com. It's free as well on the App Store and Google Play. You can actually see our event listings, list of businesses. You can book a hotel room. So it's a one-stop shop on the go. If you don't have a desktop, you can access that on your phone, which is most of us. Most of us are using our phones nowadays. So it's a convenient way to access experienceweatherford.com.
Sweet. Shout out to Customer Service Appreciation Week. I wanted to give a special shout out to some of our employees, obviously as the city and not being really politically driven, but being more service focused and driven. All of our employees are technically community service or customer service since we all offer it. But I wanted to give a special shout out to our girls in utility billing. And then we've got Lena, Carrie, and Diane over at TPW with community services and stuff. Everyone who does what they can to provide services, but all of these ladies and then some, I wasn't able to get pictures of everyone, but they all do such a wonderful job of taking care of you guys. So if you guys are in paying a bill or you're calling into a department this week, heads up, tell them like, hey, happy customer appreciation or service appreciation week. It's just the little things. So we wanted to give them a little shout out for all the hard work and all of the heart they put in every day.
Yeah, and I just want to say that all of the women in these pictures are fantastic, not just as employees, but just as people. I've had the privilege to work with them for, some of them since I've been here at the city of Weatherford. So they're all great. Love every one of them because they do a fantastic job. And if you ever call the city of Weatherford, the chances are high that you're probably going to be on the phone talking to one of them pictured on the screen. And so Nicole works closely with them as well. And so they have a lot of fun, a lot of passion for their work. And so things the wheels wouldn't turn here if it wasn't for them. So shout out to all of the ladies in the pictures. I give you 2 thumbs up.
Especially since like a good chunk of them are watching right now. Shout out for watching the show. And I mean, I've seen how they've handled hard cases and everything for customers and how much heart they put in and how much they care. So I figured, you know what? It's their week. We're going to celebrate them in best way we can. So
exactly. They're fantastic. So be nice to them when you call because that's who they are. They're cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Be nice to all of our employees, but be nice to them.
Here we go. City councils tonight. We'll be live streaming the council meeting on our Facebook page, this page right here that you're watching from right now. And then we are also on Charter Spectrum channel 190. And then also you can watch, if you remember from what I was mentioning earlier, if you go to weatherfordtx.gov, you can actually watch the meeting live there as well. So be sure to tune in to council meeting tonight. It starts at 6:30 tonight. And we will be there the whole time, streaming live.
Yeah.
And
I put a couple agenda items up. So like Blake said, it's at 6:30 p.m. here in City Hall in the council chambers. And then I keep looking over to the PowerPoint. A few agenda items. There's going to be an update from the county judge on use of sales tax for economic development. We're going to talk about, or there's going to be a consideration of approving purchases for library books, audiovisual materials, material processing, summer reading challenge books, and book club books from Ingram Library Services. So you guys come on out or check it out. But if you want to know some of the other things that the meetings are covered, you can always check out weatherfordtx.gov and then search meetings live archived. I'll put the link in the comments today at the bottom after the show's lot ends. But you can always check there. There's always a ton of really cool things going on. So if you're wanting to be connected, the first thing you can do is check out the agenda. And the second thing you can do is show up and be a participating part of what's going on here in the city. But just wanted to cover a couple of the things that we'll have at the meeting tonight.
Yeah. And then water department updates. We have North Main. Oh, I cannot talk today, Nicole.
I can't either. It's good. We're struggle busing.
It's because the weather is changing, and I don't know. That's my excuse, at least.
Go for it.
All right, North Main Street project. This week, the contractor will be replacing the water pipeline along North Main Street and paving on Wednesday. A contractor will have the 2 outside lanes shut down, 1 in each direction. So be aware of that on North Main. Mockingbird Lane, West Park Street. We'll be doing final tie-ins at East Park Street. The contractor will be performing final cleanup around the site as well. And then we have Sloan Street. City crews are replacing the water line in Sloan Street between Eichard and Eureka.
Sweet. So we talked about last week National Night Out. So I have some pictures. It was our best one yet. We had 19 neighborhoods participating. Plus we had firemen from all of the different stations and a lot of PD officers that were really active. And of course we had McGruff out. So I was going to go ahead and do a little shout out and show some of the pictures. Of course we got permission before I did it. But some of the pictures to show that like it's a really cool event. Get out and meet your neighbors and those around you. And actually a couple of these neighborhoods actually didn't even have to pay for their food. They reached out to local stores or businesses and they have their food donated because those businesses care and they want us to have that strong community that we're always talking about. But I mean, some of these people have lived next to their neighbors, and if you are living your day-to-day life, you don't always get to go and say hi and chit chat with them. So I just figured we'd show some pictures of some of the places. Like we had Freedom House and there was a school. So it's kind of just picking a locale and someone standing up and reaching out and saying, hey, I want to be a part of it. You guys can always reach out. But we always ask ahead of time too. So it's always in October. So reach out next year, get to know your neighbors. It's a really cool bonding experience. And it's a great way to have like a no agenda, just get to know them as people. And then of course, when you reach out to PD and let us know, we'll send emergency responders out and the kids can play in the fire trucks. They can try on handcuffs like you can see in some of the pictures. There's goodies or pictures. McGruff can come out if you request it. It's just a really cool way to get out and get to know your community.
We should have McGruff on the show one week.
I think we could probably see if we could work that in.
Yeah.
We might have a connection there.
I love it.
And of course, they have their active shooter training coming up on the 15th of this month. And I just realized, I was like, did I say the wrong date? Yeah, the 15th. You guys, it's a free thing. You don't have to register. If you want, check out the event. It's on our Facebook page. We are a co-host for PD's event, so you can check it out off of our page or the Weatherford Police Department Texas page, either or. You can mark that you're interested or mark that you're going so we can kind of get a head count. But if you don't do that, it doesn't matter. We still want everyone to show up and learn how to be safe. With the way things are going nowadays, it's better to be prepared and go through practices and trainings because the more you know, the better off you are.
Yep. And then we have brush collection. So this week is quadrant 1. And you can see from the bullet points that's west of North Main, north of Palo Pinto to the city limit line, 800 block of East Oak and connected streets. Jumping on down Azle Highway to White Settlement Road. So you can read the bullet points there. And if you live in that zone, you probably already know, but that is what will be covered this week for brush collection. And then in 2 weeks will be quadrant 2, east of North Main, Lake Hollow, Forest Park Edition, Lake Weatherford. That will be in 2 weeks for brush collection. And it's becoming fall, so there's going to be lots of leaves falling on the ground. Now, I will say, don't push the leaves into the drainage because that will plug up the pipes. So same for grass clippings. If you mow, when you put those into the street, they go into the drain and it clogs up the drain pipes, and we have to go in and clean those out with our fancy little robot that we have. So just keep that in mind.
And if you're wondering how to dispose of that stuff, if you check out our website, we've got information on all of that, on recycling, on trash, on bulk pickup. All of it's on our website. You can just search for it.
Yep. Hey, that's a good idea, Heath. We need to invite Rue on the show from the high school. That would be fun.
Yes, that'd be fun.
Well, we talked about having the football players come on the show, so we need to.
Yes, we need to see if we can hear back from them. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could do like volleyball, football. Maybe we get like a variety.
We should do a variety because
Band.
They all work really hard. I think.
Yeah.
Might as well give them all a little moment to kind of shine down on them.
Exactly. That would be a fun show. It really would.
Yeah. See.
All right, library updates. Do you want to cover this one?
Yeah. Okay. So we had the blood drive. I know we talked about it last week and it was on our Facebook page, but they had the blood drive last week. They exceeded their goal for donations. So thanks to everyone that came out and made a difference. If you didn't, no worries. It's kind of almost basically a quarterly event. So keep checking back for the next date to be able to donate and give back. And then if you check out the Weatherford Public Library's Facebook page, they always have the other events, like their weekly or daily events posted on there. So you can check that out or check them out on the website, either way, to see more events, because they've always got a lot of really fun stuff going on there. And of course, you guys, we did talk about it the start of the month, and we talked about it a few times over the summer, that they did the video game drive that went live on October 1st. So you can now check out video games. And side note, if you have games that are sitting around that you're not using, that you're wanting to get rid of, rather than trying to sell them or throwing them away, go ahead and donate them to the library, because you can donate at any time for the library to continue to grow that service and those rentals that they have. Because I mean, to be honest, it's going to be a solely donation based, so whatever you can give helps. And of course, the Wi-Fi printing that we talked about, I think it was the end of, or beginning of summer or end of spring, that we have now has a self-pay station, so you can pretty much do everything on your own without having to go and pay at any desk or ask for help from a library associate. So that's really cool.
Very cool.
I don't know if we have anything else unless people have questions.
Oh, that was it. We didn't have an ending slide. That threw me off. That was funny. I was going to joke when you were talking about video games. I was going to do this to be awkward.
And then you forgot.
Then I forgot.
Shame.
All right. I think that's all we have. Justin says the video game collection is doing really well. Come by and see what we have available to check out. Heath, drum majors. Yep, exactly. I like the mascot day idea. That would be really cool.
I do. I think it'd be really cool.
So started watching this show at home. It's on Hulu. It's called Behind the Mask. Have you seen that show?
I haven't. I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's really cool. If you all haven't seen that, it's on Hulu and it's about mascots. And I didn't realize how much work goes into being a mascot. So like, you don't know what you don't know until you learn. So it's a pretty cool show. And I think they have a couple seasons. So I'm just saying that because we're talking about mascots. So I thought it was very interesting.
And side note, if you can't watch the live stream of our videos, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, and that's just with Facebook having issues downloading. But I always try to download the live show right after we're done. And then because city council can run late and I'm not still at the office that late, I always try to download the city council one too. And I put it up on our cable channel. So it's playing in our loop of all of our other videos. It should be on there, but it is also always on our YouTube within a week as well. So just another place, if you don't want to go through, scroll through all of our Facebook stuff, you can always go directly to our YouTube.
Yep.
Sweet. If you guys have any more questions or comments, questions or comments, leave them in the comments or send us a message to the page. That way we can reply back. And
all right. Well, we'll see you guys.
No show next week.
Not next week, because we will have an emergency preparedness drill that we will be participating in. So we will not have a live show, but we'll be back the following week, same day, same time, Tuesday at 11 o'clock. So keep that in mind. And until then, take care. We'll see you soon.